All right, welcome to Ozark, where the Tigers are getting set to take on Ozark in a Central Ozark Conference matchup. We've got about 4 minutes left in the JV game, and Republic leads Ozark 48-47 in that one. Ozark with the ball. I am going to step back away from the microphone, but I wanted to leave the audio open so that you know you're connected. So I'll do that, make sure everything's set up right, and keep working on the audio, and we'll have tip-off probably now. It may be 7:45, assuming this thing ends on time. right, we're about 14 and a half minutes away from tip-off here. The JV game was a long one. It didn't go overtime, but just seemed to drag on and just ended a few minutes ago. Ozark won that one 61-57. And so the varsity teams have just now taken the court after a little ceremony to honor and recognize the JV team that Ozark in between games. The public coming off a big victory over Willard earlier in the week. We'll try to move to 20-4 overall, 5-1 in the conference. So the Tigers looking for their first third. Ozark at 12-11 and 3-2 in the conference. I am going to back away from the microphone again. I'm going to leave the audio up so that you know you're still connected, but it'll be about probably 13, 14 minutes before I hop back on and start with the play-by-play introductions and play-by-play. So stand by, and we'll have a big COC Friday night game coming up right after this. All right, if you're just tuning in, about 7.5, a little over 7.5 minutes left to go to tip-off. Republic getting set to take on Ozark. Ozark won the JV game, 61-57. It took a while to play it. They ended late. They had a little ceremony between games to honor the junior high teams here at Ozark, and so this one's not going to get underway until almost 8 o'clock. I'm leaving the microphone on so you can hear audio and know that you're still connected, but I'm not going to get started until right before tip-off when I'll give you the starting lineup, so we'll be ready to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ozark High School. Because the flag symbolizes justice, unity, and pride in our country. At this time, we please ask you to rise, cross your heart, remove your hat, face the flag. This evening, singing our national anthem is senior Katie Copeland. Katie is involved in chorale, varsity singers, and is also a member of the dance team.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
again, we'd like to welcome you to Ozark High School. At this time, please join me in welcoming our guests this evening, the Tigers from Ozark High School.
All right, we're just about set to go. National anthem has been sung and starting lineup's about to be introduced. First for the Republic Tigers. They come into the game with a record overall of 19-4. They're 4-1 at the Central Ozark Conference. The only blemish, a game against Nixa 1 week ago tonight. Starting lineup for the Tigers. Point guard Dylan Beckemeyer, a senior at 6 foot, and another guard Brock Yoko, 5'11 junior. Chase Hoffman at 1 forward, a 6 foot senior. Canyon Smith at guard, a 6 foot senior, and inside. Tigers, big force inside, who had a big game against Willard along with Canyon Smith. Cody Geiger, the 6'4 senior. So it's Beckemeyer, Yoakum, and Canyon Smith on the outside, and Hoffman and Geiger down on the block for the Republic Tigers. Ozark comes into the game with a 12-11 record. 3-2 in the Central Ozark Conference. Thomas Nelson, a junior at 6'2", is a junior guard. Heath Carmichael, 6'2" junior as well. Number 4, another starter at Carter. And 5'10" senior Noah Nelson. Also starting at guard. Corbin Evans, a 6'2" senior, starting for Ozark. 6'3" senior Nick Cookingham is also in the starting lineup. Chandler Lyon, who often starts for this Ozark team. I was kind of waiting for the PA announcer to get the starting lineup. Says Chandler Lyon has been injured, and he will not start tonight for Ozark. So it's Nelson, Carmichael, and Nelson, Noah, and Thomas, Corbin Evans, and Nick Cookingham for Ozark in the starting lineup. Teams getting final instructions from their coaches. Republic in a huddle over to my right, and Ozark in the huddle to my left. Cody Geiger and Corbin Evans to tip it off, and Geiger is up and controls the tip back to Beckemeyer, and here we go. Tigers have it to go first. Beckemeyer, bounce pass down in the corner to Yoakum, hits a cutting Cody Geiger down on the block, and Geiger lays it up and in, and it was easy to start for the Tigers. Evans dumps it down in low to Cookingham, and Cookingham with a turnaround shot puts it in, and we're tied at 2. So 2 quick buckets for both teams in the early going. Beckemeyer across the timeline, hits it to Yoakum, back between the circles to Geiger. They swing it to Beckemeyer, left wing, to Canyon Smith at the top of the key. He's covered, gives it up to Yoakum in front of the Ozark bench on the far side. Ball above the head, puts it on the floor one time, comes to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer back to Yoakum, far side. To Geiger, top of the key, swings it to Beckemeyer, left wing. Looks for Hoffman inside, hits him. On the floor twice, spins, goes around his man, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, double pump, and he's fouled on the way up the second time. They're going to say that foul was on the floor, no shot, so the Tigers will inbound right in the bucket. Tied at 2, exactly 1 minute into this game at Ozark. Beckemeyer triggers the inbounds play, gets it into Hoffman along the right side, goes to Canyon Smith. Smith comes to Beckemeyer out near half court, calls the play. Hand above his head, goes to Smith on the right side. They swing it near side to Geiger. To Smith at the top of the key, pump fake. Dribbles into the free throw line, jumper away and good. Canyon Smith with his first 2 points. It's 4-2 Tigers. Here comes Cookingham. Gets it off to Nelson. Nelson goes down in the corner to Corbin Evans. Evans dribbles out, guarded by Geiger. They swing it to Carmichael. Carmichael back to Cookingham. And then to Nelson. Thomas Nelson in the corner. Guarded by Hoffman. Comes to the top of the key. A three-pointer is away by Evans. No good. Rebound to Chase Hoffman. And so the Tigers get a stop, and here they come. Beckemeyer to Yoakum. Yoakum dribbles to the free throw line, gives it up to Canyon Smith. Beyond the arc, goes right side to Beckemeyer in front of the Ozark bench. Beckemeyer backs it in, loses the handle, gives it up to Geiger, though. maintained control just long enough to pass it off to Geiger, and the Tigers reset. Yoakum calls the play, gives it to Beckemeyer, and he backs it out. 6 minutes left to go in the first. Tigers leading 4-2 over Ozark. Bounce pass right side to Geiger. Geiger, crossover dribble into the lane, and a foul is going to be called inside against the defender for Ozark. He said that Thomas Nelson bumped him on the way up. But again, on the floor. And so the Tigers inbound. Yoakum has it, top of the key, bounce pass down to Geiger in the lane. Nice left-handed hook off the glass, no good, rolls around and fell out. Cookingham, a nice pass down court. Too long though, saved in bounds though by Ozark. Carmichael with a three, no good, and Beckemeyer with a rebound. Here come the Tigers. Beckemeyer dribbles right down the right side of the lane, double pump too hard. Hoffman with a rebound too hard, but he's fouled on the second shot. And so Hoffman goes to the line shooting two. Trevor Fisher calls Beckemeyer and Yoakum over to the bench, probably to tell them something along the lines and slow things down just a little bit. They were a little out of control on the last possession. Hoffman's first free throw is no good. Rolled around and fell off the right side of the rim. Two dribbles, a spin, and swish for Hoffman. Hoffman's first points of the night. And it's a 5-2 lead, and now down at the other end, out of bounds, thrown away by Ozark. Ozark tried to run it up court, but threw it away, and Republic has it back, leading 5-2, 5:16 left to go in the first. Beckemeyer crosses half court, guarded by Noah Nelson to Smith. Smith dumps it down to Hoffman. The ball is poked away momentarily. He has it back, goes to Smith, back to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer right side to Yoakum, looks inside, can't find anybody. Back to Beckemeyer, swings it left side, beyond the arc to Smith. To Yoakum, top of the key, around far side to Beckemeyer. Then to Smith, beyond the arc, top of the key, three-pointer away and good! 5 points for Smith, his first three of the night. It's a 6-point lead for the Tigers. And driving is Corbin Evans, and a foul called on the floor. Ozark again quickly down at the other end and got into the offense, drove it to the bucket. And a foul called against Geiger, his first of the night. And the first team foul on Republic. Inbounding left of the bucket, Noah Nelson gets it into Chandler Lyon, who did not start but is in the game. And so Lyon has two, and it's 8-4 Republic. Chase Hoffman, top of the key, off a pass from Yoakum, goes Yoakum right side. Beyond the arc, skip pass down low to Hoffman. Hoffman has to corral it and keep it in bounds. Then to Yoakum, quick no-look pass to Yoakum, foot to Smith for another three. Two in a row for Canyon Smith. It's 11-4 Republic. Noah Nelson down in the corner to Corbin Evans, or rather to Thomas Nelson, and Nelson is fouled by Chase Hoffman. That's going to be Hoffman's first foul.
Number 3, Chase Hoffman, his first.
And a second team foul on Republic. Dylan Ramsey checks in, Chase Hoffman checks out. Inbounding along the baseline is Noah Nelson. Ball above the head, gets it into, tries to get into Cookingham, couldn't find him, but is knocked away and picked up by Chandler Lyon. So Ozark retains possession, trailing by 7 midway through the first quarter. Thomas Nelson dumps it down into Lyon. Lyon works on Dylan Ramsey, goes middle of the lane, and they're going to call a foul on the floor against Dylan Ramsey. Lyon went right to the middle of the lane. He was bumped with the body by Ramsey, his first foul. Third team foul on Republic. Ozark has another chance at it. They quickly inbound along the baseline. The shot is no good and rebounded by Canyon Smith. Then stolen away by Ozark. Lyon had it, gets it off to Keith Carmichael, who picks up a little 5-foot jumper on the baseline, and it's good. So 2 points for Carmichael, and it's 11-6 Republic. Dylan Beckemeyer guarded out front, gets it off to Yoakum. Yoakum closely guarded, spins around his man, dishes off to Smith for another three. It's good! 3 in a row for Canyon Smith, and it's 14-6 Republic. Smith is picking up where he left off against Willard when he had 7, and now on defense he forces Cookingham to lose control, but he saves it in bounds. They dump it down in low, and Thomas Nelson misses an easy shot. Republic gets the rebound. Here comes Beckemeyer. 3 left to go here in the first quarter. Beckemeyer to Smith. Right side to Yoakum. Long three away from Yoakum. Good! Brock Yoakum for three. That's 4 trays in the quarter for the Tigers, and they lead it 17-6. 2:50 left to go in the first. Back with more in a few seconds. Oh, what a start for Republic. They lead at 17-6. Canyon Smith with 11 points in 5 minutes to start the game. And a steal in the backcourt by Beckemeyer as the Tigers came out in full court pressure, and he hits a jumper just beyond the free throw line. So Beckemeyer with his first points. It's 19-6. Ozark beats the press with a long pass over the top. Thomas Nelson gets it off to Colton Fan, and then a baseline jumper is away and good by Corbin Evans. Evans with his first points, and it's 19-8. And Beckemeyer walks it up court. Crossover dribble, bounce pass to Smith. Launches another three, it's good! Swish! 4 in the corner for Canyon Smith. 22-8 Republic. Ozark, no answer for Canyon Smith, and 5 threes in the quarter. And they go down low to Thomas Nelson with a nice pass. A feed inside, he puts it off the glass and in. And 5 different players have scored the 10 points for Ozark, but they trail by 12, 22-10. Dylan Beckemeyer dribbles inside, goes to Smith in the corner. Pump fake, steps inside the line, misses from there. And Ozark with a rebound. So Smith finally misses, but it wasn't a three. Heath Carmichael, guarded by Beckemeyer, in front of the Republic bench, comes near side to Colton Fan, goes far side to Corbin Evans. Evans goes around Geiger. Free throw line jumper off the back iron. High rebound pulled down by Smith, and a foul called against Ozark's Colton Fan as he had an arm in there and reached in on Canyon Smith. So Smith with 14 points in the quarter. Yoakum has a 3. Beckemeyer with 2. Geiger with 2. And Chase Hoffman with 1. Geiger has a seat on the bench. So the 5 on the floor now for Republic. Jordan Kerr, Brock Yoakum, Dylan Ramsey, Canyon Smith, and Dylan Beckemeyer. Small lineup for the Tigers. Ramsey, the only one inside, and Brock Yoakum called for a travel. Pump faked it, tried to step around his man, and he took an extra step before he put it on the floor. Inbounding right in front of their bench is Ozark. And they'll bring it up against a little token pressure from Brock Yoakum. Across the timeline is Colton Fan. Backs out near half court. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Republic leading 22-10. And Fan loses control of it. Almost took an extra step. No call. And he gets it off to Chase Sutherland. Sutherland hands it to Corbin Evans. Evans dribbles around Jordan Kerr, and a foul called as he got around Kerr. I believe they're going to get Kerr for a foul, yes. That's his first. 14th foul on Republic, and Ozark to inbound, left of the bucket. That's Colton Fan. Fan bounces it in to Sutherland, and then they go to Corbin Evans. Evans, guarded by Kerr, comes near side to Fan. Fan guarded by Yoakum. 34 seconds left to go in the quarter. They swing it around far side to Ramsdell. And it's stolen away. Canyon Smith comes away with it. Republic has it back. 25 seconds left to go in the quarter. 22-10, and Dylan Beckemeyer calls for one shot. Bounces it to Kerr, and then back to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer holds the ball and looks at the clock near half court. Down to 12 left to go in the quarter. Goes to Smith, and then to Dylan Ramsey. Back to Beckemeyer. 7 seconds left to go. Smith with a 3. Left wing switch! Canyon Smith with another 3, and then a steal on the inbounds pass by Republic, up and in by Brock Yoakum. We're checking to see if that was Yoakum. I had looked down to write down the score. And yeah, we do think it's Yoakum here at the table, at the media table. So 5 points for Yoakum, and what an end to the first quarter. After one, Republic leads it 27-10. Canyon Smith with 5 3-pointers and 17 points in the first quarter for Republic. What a performance. And I don't think he got rim on any of his threes that he shot. Maybe one of them hit some rim. Smith had 7 3-pointers the other night against Willard. He was one short of the school record. Maybe he decided he wasn't going to leave it to chance this time, because he's got 5 in the first and 17 points. And he's basically the difference in the game. A 17-point lead from the Tigers, 27-10 after one. And Ozark is shell-shocked. They'll get the ball to start the second quarter. So here we go. Ozark with the ball to start the second. Noah Nelson dumps it down to Thomas Nelson on the block. Back to Noah Nelson. Skip pass over to Cookingham. And then up top, and now down the middle of the lane goes Chandler Line with a jumper, no good. The ball's tipped back up, no good again, and Chase Hoffman pulls down the rebound for Republic. Everything going the Tigers' way in this one. Beckemeyer goes around his man, tries a no-look pass down low to Chase Hoffman, and I don't think that's going to win him any favors from Trevor Fisher. As he jumped into the air, did a 180, and tried to throw it over his shoulder backwards. Down low to Hoffman, and it went out of bounds. If it works, it looks great. Ozark has it in the half court. They hit Cookingham, cutting to the basket. Nice floater off the glass and in. So Cookingham has 4, and it's 27-12 Republic. Beckemeyer gives it to Kerr. Kerr has it between the circles. Bounce pass to Hoffman. Hoffman double team, goes back to Smith. Smith, top of the key, goes to Kerr. Kerr, right wing, bounce pass to Yoakum. Yoakum to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer goes right side to Kerr, and the Tigers doing a little weave out top. Smith has it. Goes in front of the Ozark bench to Yoakum. Bounce pass to a cutting Beckemeyer. Tried to give it up to Kerr, and it's stolen away by Carmichael, who got a hand on it. And across half court comes Carmichael. Carmichael to Noah Nelson. Nelson drives right side of the lane. Double pump off the glass and in. Noah Nelson with his first points. And it's down to a 13-point lead, 27-14. Beckemeyer to Yoakum. Yoakum thinks about a three, goes to Kerr. Kerr swings it to Smith. Smith, pump fake, gives it up to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer goes far side to Yoakum. Yoakum gives it to Beckemeyer in the far corner. Beckemeyer drives into the lane. Pass across to Yoakum. Yoakum launches a three, and it's good. It rattled around, almost came out, but then fell through, and it's 8 points for Yoakum. Quickly at the other end, a three launched by Ozark, no good, but a rebound by Chandler Lyon, and he puts it back in. So 4 points for Lyon. Quick action here to start the second quarter. 30-16 Republic. And Republic wants a timeout. Trevor Fisher was trying to get the officials' attention. He couldn't do it. And finally, Brock Yoakum heard him and pointed over there. And the official called the timeout. 5:40 left to go in the second. Tigers lead at 30-16 over Ozark. Back with more in a few seconds. All right, Brock Yoakum has it and tries to pass it off to Chase Hoffman, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Ozark. It'll stay with Republic. Jordan Kerr gets it into Yoakum, and the Tigers start over. 5:22 left to go in the first, leading 30-16. Hoffman has it out near the far hash mark. Gives it to Yoakum. Yoakum's double team. Goes to Hoffman down low. He gives it up to a wide open Smith, who finally misses from 3 off the back iron, but Hoffman corrals the long rebound. Now Canyon Smith has it. Left wing, looks inside, goes to Kerr. Kerr top of the key. Looks things over, goes far side to Yoakum. Yoakum gives it to Canyon Smith between the circles. Comes to Kerr. Kerr crossover dribble, goes between his men, gives it to Geiger. Geiger has just checked back in. Geiger spin move around his man, right hand off the glass and in. What a move by Geiger. He's got 4, 32-16. Boy, if you told me the Tigers would get 4 points from Geiger at this stage of the game and be leading by 16, I wouldn't have believed you. And a ball knocked away, and Smith quickly the other direction, off the glass, in, and he's fouled. Tigers got a steal at the other end. They ran it up court, got it out with a nice outlet pass to Canyon Smith. He put it off the glass, and he's fouled on the way up. So Smith now with 19 points, trying for 20 points, and he hits it. He's got 20 with 4:35 left to go in the second quarter. Cookingham at the other end misses the hook shot, but the ball tipped back in by Thomas Nelson. 4 points now for Nelson. 35-18 the score. Republic with the lead. Canyon Smith inside to Hoffman. Tries to put it up, and it's blocked by Corbin Evans, or Chandler Lyon, rather. And now the ball knocked away at the other end by Republic, but it'll stay with Ozark. 4:12 left to go. Dylan Ramsey checks into the game. So does Dylan Beckemeyer. So it's Ramsey, Beckemeyer, Smith, Geiger, and Yoakum in the game for Republic. Inbounding is Noah Nelson. Nelson gets it in to Heath Carmichael. Back to Noah Nelson. Nelson comes to Thomas Nelson, who dribbles down the right side of the lane, went around Ramsey and put it off the glass and in. Thomas Nelson with 4 in the quarter, 6 in the game. It's a 15-point lead for Republic. Canyon Smith looks inside, gives it up to Beckemeyer near half court. Beckemeyer calls the play, goes to Smith, inside to Geiger. Geiger with a jump shot off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. Geiger with 6, back to a 17-point lead, 37-20. Down inside to Cookingham, and the ball knocked away, but a foul called. Good look inside by Heath Carmichael. You saw Cookingham about 5 feet from the bucket in the middle of the lane. Well, I don't know if they did call a foul there. Yeah, they did call a foul on Cody Geiger. That explains the groans I heard from the Republic section. So Geiger sits down with 2 fouls, but the Tigers with a 17-point lead. Ozark inbounds, gets it to Cookingham. They go to Noah Nelson. He puts up a 3. It's off the back iron, no good, and out of bounds off of Ozark. Ramsey and Thomas Nelson were fighting over it, and it went off of Thomas Nelson last. Ozark now in full-court pressure as the Tigers get set to inbound. They get it into Dylan Ramsey. Ramsey goes to Yoakum, and Yoakum to Beckemeyer, who crosses half court. Off to Hoffman, back to Brock Yoakum. Yoakum tries to get it to Smith. Smith has to go out of his way to track it down. And the Tigers reset. Dylan Beckemeyer, guarded by Noah Nelson, gets bumped out top. Comes to Yoakum near side to chase Hoffman between the circles. Swings it right side to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer, ball above the head to Canyon Smith. Down low to Dylan Ramsey. Pump fake, off the glass, in, and he's fouled. Dylan Ramsey gets in on the fun. His first points of the night, 39-20, and Dylan Ramsey goes to the line trying to make it a 20-point lead over Ozark with 3:02 left to go in the second quarter. Off the back iron, no good, and the ball almost goes out of bounds off of Ozark, but Cookingham gets it. Cookingham comes down, goes right at Ramsey, puts it off the glass and in, and Ramsey's called for a foul, and Trevor Fisher looks at the official as if to say, what did he do? But Cookingham gets the bucket. He's got 6, and he'll go and try to make it 7 at the free throw line. Ramsey called for the foul, and that's 2 on Ramsey. 2 on Ramsey, 2 on Geiger, and 1 foul each on Jordan Kerr and Chase Hoffman. And Cookingham at the line. Sends it on its way. Good. 7 in the game for Cookingham, and it's 39-23. Republic with the lead here in the second quarter. 2:54 left to go. Hoffman, Beckemeyer, Dylan Ramsey, Brock Yoakum, and Canyon Smith into the game for Republic. Beckemeyer just drives down and gives it up, but I think I'm screened from what the official called. I think he's going to call a foul. I thought they might get Beckemeyer for traveling in the lane, but they called a foul on the inside. Chase Sutherland commits the foul as he had just checked into the game for Ozark. And Beckemeyer goes to the line. First one's no good off the back iron, but Dylan Ramsey, I think, is going to get called for going over the back. And Ramsey's going to have to sit down with 3 fouls. So the Tigers in a little bit of foul trouble inside. Ramsey with 3 and Geiger with 2. And Hoffman has 1. It's important that he not pick up a second here as well for Republic. Ozark now in the bonus, and Chandler Lyon is going to shoot 1 and 1. He has 4 points, make it 5. It's the first free throw, nothing but net. The 6'4 junior will have another one, trying to cut into a 15-point Republic lead. It is up, no good off the back iron. Canyon Smith with the rebound, goes to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer pushes it against the defense. Bounce pass over to Kerr. Kerr drives inside the lane, 8-footer away, jumper is good. Nice move by Jordan Kerr. Now he's in the scorebook, and it's 41-24. Ozark, Colton Fan comes near side to Chandler Lyon. Down in the corner to Heath Carmichael. Carmichael, bounce pass to Ramsdell, and then they go to Thomas Nelson. Ramsdell with a nice floater off the glass. And he's got 2 points, and it's a 15-point lead against the Tigers. Hoffman left alone. Bounce pass across court to Canyon Smith, who has another 3. Smith with 6 threes in the first half. Ozark quickly answers. Chandler Lyon down the left side of the lane. Ozark doesn't have much of an offense to speak of. They just get it and go at the basket, which is fine if you're playing defense, but they haven't found an answer for Canyon Smith yet. Tigers have it in half court. Chase Hoffman to Brock Yoakum. Wide open 3. No good. Off the back iron. Rebound to Ozark. Chandler Lyon crosses half court. 1.5 minutes left to go in the half. 16-point lead for Republic. Colton Fan guarded by Smith. Fan comes near side. Spin move on Smith. Has to pick up his dribble and is trapped momentarily, then gives it up to Chase Sutherland. Launches a long 3. Not the shot Ozark wanted. Missed it badly. And the rebound to Smith. Gets it to Beckemeyer. 1:06 left to go here in the first half, and a 16-point lead for Republic. The big story is Canyon Smith, who has 6 threes here in the first half. Smith is guarded right side. Goes to Yoakum. Yoakum to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer swings it to Kerr near side. Looks for Hoffman inside. Instead drives it himself. Dishes off to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer beyond the arc. Dribbles inside. Double pump. Puts it up. Rolls around. Goes down. And he's fouled. Beckemeyer with 2 more. He's got 4. And he'll try to make it 5. 46-28 Republic. And that is 2 personal fouls on Chandler Lyon. And the 8th team foul on Ozark. Free throw is up and good by Beckemeyer. He now has 5. And it's 47-28. 37 seconds left to go in the half. Smith, Fortner, Dakota Fortner checking in. Kerr, Beckemeyer, and Yoakum. The 5 on the floor for Republic. 5 guards on the floor for the Tigers. Noah Nelson has it, guarded by Yoakum. Nelson goes left side to Heath Carmichael. Puts up a 3, switch. Carmichael with 5 points now, and it's 47-31. Jordan Kerr, triple teamed out near half court. Somebody's got to be open, gives it to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer drives right in and has the shot blocked, but he's fouled with the body. So Beckemeyer is going to shoot 2. Well, he's going to shoot 1 and 1. They're going to say the foul was on the floor. Foul goes against Thomas Nelson, his 3rd personal. And Beckemeyer trying to improve on a 5-point night here in the first half. 8 seconds exactly left here in the first half. The first one rolls around, it falls off the front iron. Ozark's going to need to hurry if they want to get down. They throw it too far. 2.4 seconds left to go. It goes out of bounds. And now the Tigers will have a chance. Same 5 on the floor for Republic. And inbounding along the sideline at the far end of the court from the bucket is Yoakum. They may be content just to throw it in bounds. They hit a cutting Kerr. Kerr launches a long 3 off the glass and in. Everything coming up roses for the Tigers. The long 3-pointer from 28 feet away goes down off the glass, and it's 50-31 Republic at halftime. And the orange side of the gym is up and standing, and the red side of the gym is sitting on its hands. What a first half for the Tigers. Back with more as they lead it by 19 in a minute.
The Ozark Varsity Cheerleaders holding a cheerleading clinic for students in K through 6th grade. The girls learn the dance and cheer and are here to perform them for your halftime entertainment tonight. Thank you, and we appreciate everyone for supporting Ozark Varsity Cheerleaders. Great job, Rick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. All those that have purchased those $20 project graduation tickets, the time has come.
All right, well, we're at halftime at Ozark, and what a game it's been for Republic. The Tigers lead it 50-31 at halftime. Canyon Smith, the big story, he has 23 points and 6 3-pointers in the first half. School record for 3-pointers in a game is 8. He had 7 in the last game, so he's got 13 in 2 games. And I'm not 100% sure of the school record for scoring in a game. As far as I know, the last I knew, it was 44 points in a game set by John Wakeman back in the 80s. Somebody may have broken that, and if anybody's listening and knows, they can tell me on Twitter or something. I believe 44 in a game may be the school record, and Smith with 23 in the first half. He finally missed a 3 late in the second quarter, but he was perfect from beyond the arc early on in the game. In addition to that, Brock Yoakum has 8. He has a couple of 3-pointers. That's a great first half in its own right for Brock Yoakum. 2 threes and 8 points, but he's overshadowed by Canyon Smith. Dylan Beckemeyer with 5, Jordan Kerr has 5, and Cody Geiger with only 4 points. He was on the bench for a lot of the first half with foul trouble. Dylan Ramsey with 2 as well. Jordan Kerr hit a big 3 as time expired. The Tigers had a little under 3 seconds to go the length of the floor. They hit Kerr cutting up the near sideline, and he put it up over a defender and off the glass and in to make the lead 19 at halftime. So the Tigers on fire to start things off. Pretty balanced scoring for Ozark, and offensively they had a pretty good first half. Chandler Lyon and Nick Buckingham with 7 points apiece, and Thomas Nelson with 6, 5 points for Heath Carmichael. Noah Nelson and Chase Ramsdell had 2 points apiece. So 31 points, not a bad one-half output for Ozark. It's just when you give up 50, that doesn't look nearly as good. We've got about 5.5 minutes before the second half begins. I'm going to just kind of step away from the microphone, take a little break. You can listen to the halftime festivities here at Ozark if you wish. Go get something to drink and come back and listen to the second half, see if Canyon Smith can make some history here at Ozark, as he's got 23 points and 6 three-pointers to start off the game. I'll be back with more in just a few minutes.
It is number 2304. But the name is Justin. It's Justin Sturtevant. Justin Sturtevant. I don't know, you don't have to be here, but Justin Sturtevant, whoever Justin Sturtevant is.
Alright, the winner is here. We'll meet you outside in the hallway. I want to thank the Ozark community very much for all the support for Project Graduation, all the tickets you all bought. We appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Tuesday. So, I'm one out. What is this mean? What a big ease. Yeah, I know, I'm like, that sounds like practice. That sounds like practice to me, too. But you hear what he can build out there? Yeah, dude, indoor hitting stuff. Fucking stadium stuff. Good spot, dude. You saw, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, what? Oh, that's not fun. I told him, that's correct. I know I can talk to Yes, What's there somewhere? You know what I want? All right. We had our last one, the infield defense today. So what is it? Yes. Little.
All right, we return to action. Republic gets the ball to start things off. I was off checking on the scoring record, trying to track things down. And I'll have that information in a little bit. But Cody Geiger with a quick bucket. And so the Tigers extend the lead to 21 points, 52-31. And Ozark throws it away at the other end, and now here come the Tigers again. Canyon Smith fakes a three at the top of the key, dribbles right down the lane, has his pocket picked by Ozark. And Ozark comes away with it. Heath Carmichael goes to Corbin Evans. Evans far side to Thomas Nelson. Nelson comes to Heath Carmichael. They dump it down to Corbin Evans. Evans into the lane, bumps Geiger. Hook shot is up and good. Corbin Evans with 4 points now. And it's 52-33 Republic. Chase Hoffman lobs it down low to Geiger. Geiger is fouled as he tries to take the pass in. I mentioned I was off checking on the scoring record. Turns out the scoring record by John Wakeman is 56 points in a game. So as good a half as Smith had, he would have to be even better in the second half to catch him. And off the inbound play, Hoffman misses the shot. Too hard off the glass. Ozark comes away with the rebound. And now down the middle of the lane, slicing and slashing is Corbin Evans, but he misses the shot. And then stolen away by Heath Carmichael as Republic had grabbed the rebound. But Carmichael puts it back up and in. And it's 52-35, 17-point lead. Bounce pass by Beckemeyer into Hoffman. Hoffman fakes his shot, goes up, tries to dish it off to Geiger and throws it away. Here comes Ozark again. Heath Carmichael. Near side to Nelson. Nelson to Lyon. And Lyon feeds a cutting Cookingham, and Trevor Fisher not happy. Cookingham with 9 points. The lead is down to 15, and Trevor Fisher telling his team they've got to be tougher with the lead. They came out flat, and Ozark has taken it to them early on. And Fisher not happy with the way his team played in the first minute, 43 seconds of this second half. A scoring record, 56 points, set by John Wakeman back in the 1980s. And the three-point record for Republic is 8 in a game. So Canyon Smith with a chance to break that, as he had 6 in the first half. Tigers have the ball back, leading by 15. Hoffman bounces it to Yoakum. Yoakum goes to Smith, far side, dumps it down inside to Geiger. Geiger tries to hit Smith, cutting to the basket, and overthrows him. Here comes Ozark, chance to cut into a 15-point lead. They go to Noah Nelson in the corner, who launches a three, and it's good. And it's down to a 12-point lead, 52-40. Republic letting Ozark back into this. Cody Geiger swings it to Beckemeyer, puts up a three, good. Beckemeyer left wide open. He's got 8. And it's 55-40. That was big for Republic. Carmichael lobs it down inside to Lyon. Lyon puts it up and in. Lyon with a little one-hander on the right block. 55-42. The defense has not been very good for Republic in this half. And Hoffman almost throws away, but Beckemeyer saves it inbounds in front of the bench. Goes to Yoakum. Yoakum comes near side to Smith. Smith looks inside, dribbles it with the left hand, then pulls it back out. Between the legs dribble. Goes to Hoffman. Hoffman comes to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer dribbles out near half court, guarded by Nelson. Spin move into the lane as he drives around him, floats around, bounces on the rim 3 times and falls. Beckemeyer with 5 in the quarter, 10 in the game, and it's back to a 15-point lead. Lob down to Cookingham. Cookingham puts it on the floor 1 time. Turnaround jumper, no good. Ball is tipped around and controlled by Canyon Smith. Here comes Smith. Crosses the timeline, then pulls it back out to Yoakum. Bounce pass. Nice pass to Hoffman down low. Off the glass and good, and he's fouled. What a pass by Brock Yoakum. A bounce pass from about 25 feet out, splitting a couple of defenders. He found Hoffman. Hoffman was not wide open, but he was open enough for Yoakum. Free throw is up and no good. Rattles around and falls out. 17-point lead for the Tigers, 59-42. Cookingham has the ball knocked away by Yoakum. Battle for it. Yoakum on the floor, diving right in front of us as Beckemeyer goes out of bounds and will stay with Ozark. Yoakum had it, lost it. It bounced around and then dribbled out of bounds on the sideline right in front of the table here. Inbounding is Carmichael. Carmichael gets it into no one else. Tigers in a 2-3 zone defense. Cookingham, bounce pass down into the corner, then they swing it near side to Carmichael. Carmichael to Noah Nelson, and they go far side, back to Carmichael, correct, rather than Noah Nelson. Carmichael has it, skip pass far side to Noah Nelson, and those two are just playing catch in different positions on the floor. And now the ball on a skip pass stolen away by Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer is going to go coast to coast. Floater is good. Nice move by Beckemeyer as he kept his body under control, and it's back to a 19-point lead. Noah Nelson, 2-3 zone again for the Tigers. Nelson lobs it down and tried to lob it. It hit the backboard, but it was such a bad pass that it ended up in Ozark's hands. The follow shot is no good, and Brock Yoakum comes away with a rebound. Beckemeyer, closely guarded by Noah Nelson, goes around him, goes right down the middle of the lane, off the glass, no good, gets his own rebound, back to Brock Yoakum, top of the key, three-pointer away, swish! Brock Yoakum with his third 3, and he's got 11. And it's a 22-point lead, just like that for the Tigers. Noah Nelson between the circles to Cookingham. Cookingham, ball above the head, comes back to Noah Nelson. They swing it near side to Carmichael. Carmichael goes to Cookingham to the free throw line. Chandler Lyon. Lyon tries to drive, has the ball knocked away, but out of bounds off of Republic. Beckemeyer tried to track it down along the sideline on the near side, but couldn't get to it. So that's where Ozark is going to inbound, almost down in the corner, but on the sideline. Trailing by 22 with 2:53 left to go here in the third quarter. A couple of substitutions for Ozark, and so they get that squared away, and now the official blows his whistle, and Ozark will inbound. They throw it in to Sutherland. Sutherland on the floor 1 time and comes out top to Colton Fan, who just checked in. Fan goes to Sutherland. Sutherland back to Fan. They swing it near side to Hewitt Newbill. Highland and Hewitt Newbill also checking into the game for Ozark as they've got a new lineup. And a skip pass down in the corner to Noah Nelson, or rather to Hewitt Newbill. Hewitt Newbill goes top of the key to Sutherland. The ball stolen away by Beckemeyer. 2-on-1. Beckemeyer pulls it up and stolen from behind by Hewitt Newbill. Here comes Ozark. He goes right down the middle of the lane and runs over Dylan Ramsey, who takes a charge. Hewitt Newbill didn't see Ramsey there or wasn't looking for him and ran right over him, and he gets called for the charge. First foul on Hewitt Newbill, and third team foul on Ozark here in the second half. Little full court pressure by Ozark. Republic gets it in, and Brock Yoakum, guarded by Hewitt Newbill, gives it up to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer, no look pass to Dylan Ramsey. 10-footer on the baseline, misses everything, and the rebound pulled down by Hewitt Newbill. Ozark back the other direction. In the corner to Sutherland. Sutherland to Hewitt Newbill. They play catch. Between the circles, Hewitt Newbill. And then to the free throw line to Colin Bottoms. Back to Sutherland, who launches a three, and it's good. Ozark has cleared its bench, looking to get some energy as they were trailing by 22, and they get a little something from Sutherland on that three, his first points of the game. Beckemeyer tries to dump it down inside to Geiger. Ball is knocked away, but a foul committed by Colin Bottoms, the 6'5 sophomore. Trying to guard Cody Geiger. That's a call assignment for Colin Bottoms that comes in off the bench, doesn't get a lot of playing time at the varsity level, and he's got to guard one of the best players in the area. Kenyon Smith with a three off the inbound play. Can't get it to go, and a foul called on the battle for the rebound. And it's going to be a shooting foul, and Ramsey's going to go to the line. Chase Ramsdell commits the foul. That's his first. And the free throw by Ramsey is no good. A little bit long off the back iron. 1:22 left to go in the quarter. 64-45 Republic. Next one is no good. Left it short, but the rebound comes out, and Ramsey gets a hold of it. Gives it to Beckemeyer. Pulls it up to Kenyon Smith. Three away, no good off the back iron. He missed another one. Geiger with a rebound. Back to Beckemeyer. He launches a three, rolls around and won't go down. And Ozark finally with a rebound. They want to run, and the ball's tipped away by Yoakum. Yoakum to Smith. Smith, one-on-one, goes all the way in. A blocking foul called on Ozark, and they're going to say, I believe, on the floor. It was Chase Sutherland down there. The official said he wasn't set. He commits his second personal foul and the 16th foul. 6 fouls against Ozark in the half, and none yet against Republic. And the starters for Ozark are all over there cooling their heels on the bench. First shot is up and good by Kenyon Smith. He's got 24. Next one on the way, good. 25 points for Kenyon Smith. 66-45 is the score. Exactly 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Ozark again against the 2-3 zone of Republic. Sutherland to Colton Fan, back to Sutherland. And then a baseline jumper is put up and good by Chase Ramsdell. Ramsdell's got 4, and it's 66-47. 40 seconds left to go. Double team on Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer gets it off to Smith. Smith has it knocked away momentarily, gets it back to Dylan Ramsey down low. Off the glass and good. Dylan Ramsey with 4 points. 27 seconds left to go in the quarter. 68-47 Tigers. And now another charge, I believe. Now they're going to call a block against Dylan Ramsey. And the shot is good, so a chance for a three-point play for Ozark. That's a matter of a 20-point game, and all the subs are in for Ozark, and they just called a charge on Ozark on the last couple of possessions, so they weren't going to call it again. Ramsey had not only set up a tent, he was tearing it down before he was run over, but a three-point play there for Ozark. And it's down to an 18-point lead. 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Beckemeyer down to 10 seconds left. Calls the play. Holding it for one last shot. Crossover dribble into the lane. Gives it up to Chase Hoffman on the baseline. Nice move as he goes around his man. Double pump. Blocked on the way up, but a foul called against Ozark. 2.8 seconds left to go in the quarter. And the foul goes against Colton Fan, his second. First free throw by Hoffman is up and good. Hit the front iron and rolled over. Hoffman with 4 points. Tries to make it a 20-point lead with the second one. Tigers haven't really shot free throws very well tonight, and the second one is good. Did the same thing. hit the front iron and rolled over. 2.8 seconds left for Ozark to go the length of the floor and try to get a bucket. They inbound it, and a long shot by Colin Bottoms. He had more time than he thought. He just turned around and heaved it, and it was no good, well off the mark. We come to the end of the third quarter. So we have played three here at Ozark, and Republic leads it 70-50. Back with more in a minute.
The three-point shot of the season. These three-point shots are not the shots in the stands. Thank you, Dr. James.
All right, we return to action. And Ozark gets the ball to start the quarter. Cookingham with a shot along the baseline from about 5 feet out, rattles around and falls out. Well, on a follow by Ozark. Chandler Lyon gets the points. Couldn't see who it was momentarily. But it's down to an 18-point lead for the Tigers. Beckemeyer double teamed out front. A foul call against Ozark. And that is, oh no, not a foul, but a timeout called by Republic. Trevor Fisher wants to talk things over. Doesn't like that way that quarter started. 18-point lead for the Tigers, 7:28 left to go in the game. Going to take about a 20-second break here and take a look at my scoring totals, and then I'll have those for you in just a second. All right, three players in double figures in scoring for Republic. 25 points for Canyon Smith. Almost dropped my microphone there if you heard the noise. 25 points for Canyon Smith, 12 for Beckemeyer, and 11 for Brock Yoakum. And Cody Geiger goes into the lane, puts it up with a nice floating one-hander. Geiger only has 8 points. He's been pretty quiet, but it hasn't mattered for Republic. Ozark back the other direction. The starters back in the game after sitting on the bench for about the last 4 minutes of the third quarter. They lob it down inside the line, misses the shot. Ball is rattling around in the corner and tracked down by Brock Yoakum, gets it to Geiger. Geiger to Beckemeyer, down to Chase Hoffman. Hoffman back to Beckemeyer. And then to Yoakum, who resets the offense. 6:50 left to go in the game. Beckemeyer goes right around Cookingham, no-look pass to Cody Geiger, who puts it up and in. Now Geiger in double figures in scoring. He's got 10 points. It's 74-52. Other direction, Corbin Evans puts up a three. No good. Cody Geiger gets the rebound, and he's triple teamed and a jump ball called. And alternating possession goes to Republic. So Republic will inbound against full court pressure, leading by 22 points at Ozark. Beckemeyer gets it in to Yoakum. Yoakum crossover dribble, long pass down court to Hoffman. Hoffman pump fake, then gives it up and has it tipped away. Cookingham got a hand on the pass as Hoffman tried to hit Beckemeyer. Down at the other end, a no-look pass, nice underhanded pass in the lane to Chandler Lyon, but he misses the easy shot inside. And then a foul on the follow. No, just out of bounds. So Ozark will inbound. It stays with them. And they lob it in to Heath Carmichael. Carmichael puts it up off the glass, can't get it to go, and Beckemeyer pulls down the rebound for Republic. Double team again. They go to Geiger. Geiger almost loses it out of bounds. Goes between a couple of players. Now he loses the handle. Picked up by Ozark. Lob pass down low and saved inbounds back to Republic. And now Brock Yoakum comes down and is hurt. But the way he's sitting, hard to say, but it looks like it may be a cramp. Trying to grab his toe like he may be trying to stretch it out. And so he's going to get helped off. And he waves everybody off. He wanted to stay in the game, but he ends up running off the court. I think it was a cramp that just got him as he came down. And he wanted to stay in, but at that point, he had to come out. Republic, though, with the ball, and they inbound again against full court pressure. They lob it into Hoffman and go to Beckemeyer. Again, it's 74-52. Republic gets it across to Geiger. Geiger drives inside, jump stop inside, and gets called for a walk. Geiger doesn't think he walked, and Trevor Fisher doesn't think he walked, but the official calls him for that extra step right before the jump stop. And so it goes back to Ozark. If you're just joining us, Canyon Smith having a big night. He's got 25 points, and he's got 6 three-pointers, all of those in the first half. School record is 8. He needs 2 to tie it with 5:33 left to go. Noah Nelson has it, guarded by Kerr. Goes right down the left side of the lane, puts it off the glass and in. And Republic called for a foul, so it's going to be a chance for a 3-point play. Nelson has 7 points, tries to make it 8. Jordan Kerr commits his second personal foul. The shot is up and good. So Nelson with 8, and it's 74-55. Yoakum already back into the game for Republic. Bounce pass into Geiger. Geiger gives it to Yoakum. And Ozark looks to trap. Bounce pass to Canyon Smith in the middle, down to Chase Hoffman. Hoffman over on the far sideline, goes to Beckemeyer along the baseline to Geiger. Geiger, nice underhanded shot, right-handed scoop shot off the glass and in, and he's fouled. Used his body very well there to fend off the defender. Put it up off the glass and in. And the foul goes against Thomas Nelson, and that's his 5th. So he's going to have a seat on the bench, and Geiger's going to have a chance to complete a 3-point play. He's got 12 points, 6 of them here in this quarter. Ramsdell checks back into the game for Ozark. Geiger eyes the free throw, sends it on its way, and it's good. So Geiger has more points in the fourth quarter than he had the entire game leading up to this quarter. And Ozark has the ball, trailing by 22 at home. 2-3 defense again for Republic. Cookenham, skip pass to Heath Carmichael. Carmichael puts up a 3, no good, and Geiger with a rebound. Goes to Yoakum, back to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer goes around a couple of defenders, dribbles down inside the 3-point arc. No look pass inside to Geiger, off the glass and in. Geiger with 9 in the quarter and 15 in the game. And it's 79-55. And the ball tipped away by Yoakum. Beckemeyer comes away with it. Geiger, floater, right-hander in. Geiger making up for lost time. It's 81-55 Republic. Carmichael goes to Noah Nelson, back to Carmichael. Carmichael drives baseline, and the ball's blocked out of bounds by Cody Geiger. Mark Schweitzer not happy with that call. He wanted a foul. Inbounding right to the bucket is Noah Nelson. Looks, can't find anybody. Finally gives it up in the corner to Heath Carmichael, who hits a three. Carmichael just took it off the pass and lined up and hit it, and Trevor Fisher not happy with the defense on that inbound play. And a quick timeout called by Ozark. 81-58, 4:10 left to go. And we'll be back with more in a minute. So the Tigers have it. Looks like they're going to win their 20th game of the year and move to 20-4 unless something disastrous happens in these final 4 minutes. Brock Yoakum has it in the backcourt, dribbles it off of the defender's foot, and it's on the floor, and in the scrum, Ozark comes away with it. That's Colton Fan. Goes top of the key to Carmichael, puts up a three off the back iron, and tracked down by Yoakum. Yoakum, as he's falling down, gives it off to Kerr. Kerr double-teamed in the backcourt. Yoakum. Long pass to Beckemeyer, wide open on the baseline, dribbles inside, then goes back out to Yoakum. Yoakum between the circles, 3:42 left to go in the game. Canyon Smith has been quiet since that big first half. Cody Geiger has made up for it though. Geiger drives inside, puts it up, tries to bank it in, can't get it to go, but he's fouled on the way up. Sutherland commits the foul. He's got 3 personal fouls, 9 team fouls on Ozark. Geiger to the line, and the first one is no good. Hit the front iron, hit the back iron, and came off the front again. Geiger has 11 points in this quarter. Now he's got 12. He hits the free throw. He's got 18 for the game. Geiger is so explosive, he can do this. Canyon Smith has 25, and Geiger's about to catch him. Still quite a ways to go to do that, but what a quarter for Geiger. Ozark in the half-court offense, trailing 82-58. Colton Fan lobs it down in low, and it's saved in bounds. Chase Ramsdell tried to take a shot, missed it badly, and Republic with a rebound. Beckemeyer to Smith. Smith fakes the three, gets bumped, picks up the dribble, and a foul called against Chase Ramsdell. Ramsdell reached in. And so Canyon Smith is going to go to the line to shoot 2 as the Tigers are now in the double bonus. First one is up and good. It hit the front iron and rolled all the way around before it fell through. (83-58) now. 3:07 left to go. And Smith with one more free throw, working on a 26-point night. Make it 27. Swishes that one home. And Josh Vaughn is going to check in, and Cody Geiger will sit down. So Geiger is finished with 18 points. And Vaughn checks in for the first time. So Vaughn, Hoffman, Canyon Smith, Dakota Fortner also into the game, and Dylan Beckemeyer for Republic. Fortner out in the 2-3 zone guarding, and they dump it down inside to Chase Ramsdell. Ramsdell turnaround jumper no good. Rebound pulled down by Colin Bottoms. And he's fouled as he tries to put up the second shot of the possession. Hoffman commits his second foul. He had one very early. In the first half, there was one point where it was kind of important for him to stay out of foul trouble because Geiger and Ramsey were both in foul trouble already, and the free throw is no good by Colin Bottoms. He's got one more coming. Bottoms, the 6'5 sophomore, sends it on its way, and no good. Off the back of the rim, and Vaughn with the rebound. Gets it off to Smith, who passes it to Beckemeyer. 2:47 left to go in the game. Beckemeyer goes to Fortner. Fortner to Vaughn. Vaughn is double teamed. Dribbles along the sideline to Beckemeyer. Beckemeyer drives right down the middle of the defense and misses the layup. And then a foul called against Republic. I think against Hoffman. Yep, they're going to get Hoffman for his foul as he went over the back and commits his third. Canyon Smith checks out. Dylan Beckemeyer check out. And a big hand from the Tiger faithful over the orange-clad section on the far side behind the Tiger bench. 84-58, Republic with the lead. Cole Hurst, Jordan Kerr are in now, along with Fortner, Hoffman, and Vaughn. And Kerr commits his third foul. And Ozark will inbound, left of the bucket. Colton Fan triggers the play. Can't find anybody. Now he hits a cutting Kylan Hewitt Newbill. And Hewitt Newbill misses his shot. Chase Hoffman with a rebound. Gets it to Fortner. Fortner crosses the timeline. Bounce pass to Hoffman. Hoffman drives baseline, then goes to Cole Hurst. Launches a three from the corner. No good. Off the front of the rim. Hoffman with a rebound. Turnaround hook shot. Bounces around 3 times and falls off. And Ozark with the rebound. And Chase Sutherland gets it off. And here comes Ozark. Ramsdell has it near the top of the key. Puts up a 3. Rattles home. Chase Ramsdell has 10 points on the night. It's 84-61. Republic. Cole Hurst gets it to Kerr. Kerr crosses the timeline, goes around the defender, drives down the middle. No look pass to Hoffman, out of bounds. I think it was touched last by Republic, and we'll go back to Ozark. Thought for a second that maybe an Ozark player had gotten a hand on it, but the official said it was off of Republic. So Ozark back the other way, trailing by 23. Hewitt Newbill down into the corner to Ramsdell, drives baseline, puts up the shot too hard, out of bounds, off of Vaughn, and will stay with Ozark. Inbounding is Colton Fan, lobs it in, tries to find Bottoms, threw it too hard. Cole Hurst tries to go the other way and then loses the handle on the ball and it goes out of bounds. Hurst lost control of the dribble, then lost control of his body and went flying down along the baseline. Chase Hoffman checks out, and Corey Lafferty into the game for Republic. Ozark tries to get it to Bottoms, but it's tipped away again. And across the timeline is Kerr. Kerr is double teamed near half court, goes to Fortner. And Fortner dumps it down low to Vaughn, off the glass and in. Josh Vaughn with his first points of the night. 56 seconds left, 86-61. Republic leading by 25, and a lob goes out of bounds. And it'll go back to Republic. Ozark finally peels back the full court pressure. They've been in that full court press the entire fourth quarter, even trailing by more than 20 points. Fortner to Vaughn. Vaughn swings it near side to Kerr. Puts up a 3, and it's good. Jordan Kerr with his second 3 of the night. And it's 89-61. 28 seconds left to go. And the ball tipped away by Kerr down at the other end and out of bounds. Stays with Ozark. Jordan Kerr has 8 points now. Inbound to Hewitt Newbill between the circles, comes near side to Sutherland, and then they go far side to Colton Fan. 3-pointer is long, and battle for the rebound. Hurst is in there. 3 Ozark players are in there, and finally the whistle blows. Josh Vaughn tries to grab the ball away, and now they call a technical foul on Josh Vaughn. And so the tee goes against Vaughn as he had grabbed the ball away after the whistle blew. Vaughn was walking away from the situation, but I think because he still had a hold of the ball and the official wanted it, I think that may have been why he teed him up. I don't think Vaughn said anything. He was looking at the media table facing this direction, and I don't think his lips moved, so unless he's a ventriloquist, I don't think he said anything to the official. First technical free throw by Hewitt Newbill is up and no good. 28-point lead, and Tim Brazil checks into the game for Republic. Next free throw by Hewitt Newbill is up and good. So Hewitt Newbill has his first point of the night, and Ozark will have the ball one last time here, 11.9 seconds left to go. They inbound to Riley Simmons, who has just checked in. Throwing it out. Cole Hurst with the steal. He's going to go the other way, and he's going to pull it up. Lost control of it and gets it off, and time expires. So one final defensive play by Cole Hurst, and that puts a crown on this victory as Republic with a big win over Ozark, 89-62, for their 20th victory of the season and a big road win in the COC. They improved to 5-1 to keep their COC championship hopes alive. They'll need to hope that Nixa stumbles. But they certainly put an exclamation point on this week. 2 fantastic wins for Republic. Huge win by more than 20 points over Willard, and then a 27-point win over Ozark here on the road tonight. 89-62. Back with more to wrap things up in just a few seconds. All right, here's individual scoring before I wrap things up. For Ozark, they were led by Chandler Lyon, who had 11 points. 10 points apiece by Chase Ramsdell and Heath Carmichael. 8 points for Noah Nelson. 6 for Thomas Nelson. 4 for Corbin Evans. 3 for Chase Sutherland. And 1 for Kylan Hewitt Newbill. For Republic, they were led by Canyon Smith, who had a monster first half. He had 23 in the first half, ends the game with 27. And as the defense tightened up on him in the second half, Tigers got their scoring output from elsewhere. Dylan Beckemeyer with 12, Cody Geiger with 18, and 12 of those were in the fourth quarter. So 11 for Brock Yoakum, 4 players in double figures. 27 for Smith, 18 for Geiger, Beckemeyer with 12, Yoakum with 11. Chase Hoffman had 5, Josh Vaughn had 2, and Jordan Kerr had 8, including a three-pointer at the buzzer at halftime that banked in, and he had 2 three-pointers on the evening as well. So 27 points for Canyon Smith, an 89-62 victory for Republic. They improved to 20-4 on the season, and they are now 5-1 in the COC. I'm going to go track down Trevor Fisher for some post-game comments. I'll have a wrap-up on the website, republictigersports.com, a little later on tonight. And for now, that's it from Ozark. Big victory for the Tigers. Thanks for listening.